Dante, diciamo così, è conosciuto proprio per questo, per essere stato un uomo che non soltanto conosceva bene il passato, ma aveva anticipato i tempi e aveva avuto questa grande visione del futuro. Dante eh, è sempre nuovo. Tutte le volte che leggiamo Dante scopriamo qualcosa di nuovo e se riscopriamo questa modernità di Dante proprio attraverso le sue opere, perché il suo messaggio è universale e appartiene a tutti i tempi.
Yeah, that's very true. And as you know, in the presentation you heard this evening, that you could see throughout the centuries that each composer now has a little more freedom with new tools to interpret it differently. My interpretation, and when I was interviewed originally for the text Dante Music, I always felt that it had to be a single performer because Dante is one voice, his poems, and the piano being virtually an orchestra at the hands of the pianist, where you can play at the bottom end and the top end to get the maximum amount, almost like orchestration, but it has this one voice. And for me, the pieces actually are accompanied by the cantos that they go with. So normally you would hear with this canto being performed the original of Dante's words. Dante's poetry has a rhythm, Dante's poetry has a voice, and it is storytelling. And the music is to underscore his one voice and his storytelling. And hopefully I've accomplished that in my pieces.
Oh, entirely relevant. I've been teaching Dante to my students for years, and they keep coming up with ways that Dante's poem relates to their own lives. So everybody thinks about this universal theme, what happens to you after you die, where are we going? And a lot of my students are Catholic, so they come at it from the Catholic tradition as well. But if you start looking around in our culture, Dante is everywhere.
Well, yeah, I mean, in Dr. Roglieri's presentation tonight, there's so many exciting things happening in music, especially with the technology. So I can see that expanding. And also you're now blending it with the visuals. You're getting into the graphics, you're getting into many presentations on YouTube which are accessible. And that's part of the beauty of it as well. Dante has always been accessible, but mainly at a scholarly level through, organized classes. But now it's accessible 24/7 in many different guises on YouTube. And I think composers will still stretch the boundaries as they always have. Each one, as you alluded to, will have their own take on how is the best path. And can a mere mortal composer compose? For Dante, we can attempt it, and we can try to take our music and touch the human heart and touch the human spirit in taking the journey from Inferno through Purgatorio and finally to Paradiso.
The future of Dante studies. There is so much to study. And, Dantisti have been studying Dante for centuries now. But Dante's poem is so complex that there is always another way to view his poem. So I'm particularly excited to coming up next year to actually look at 21st century compositions of Dante, and specifically rappers who use Dante, and all kinds of new music. So it's just a continuing interpretation of the Commedia.
Ogni anno speriamo di avere una conferenza che illustri nuovi aspetti di Dante. Questa conferenza qui a St. Michael's ormai è diventata una tradizione, in quanto abbiamo stabilito proprio che avvenga ogni anno nel mese di novembre.